Performance of the night, play of the night, Microsoft 365 with co-pilot. And it's Jalen Brunson, part of an 11-0 finish to this game for the New York Knicks, who had trailed 95-94 with 2:15 to go. Brunson with 13 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. And the New York Knicks run their postseason winning streak to 12. Man, can you believe that? And another double-digit win on the road as they take it by 10. As we return here on Inside the NBA, I want to hear from Mike Brown, whose team has a 1-0 lead. Here we go.
The play of Jalen Brunson, and obviously he had to deal with that knee injury early on, the ankle injury. We saw him go to the back. How did you see him come through this game? And then also, what do you expect the next 24 hours to look like before you have to go to battle again?
Yeah, I'm too emotional, and when I get caught up in injuries. So when he got hurt and he went out, Jose, let's go. And I was about to throw Tyler Kolek in the game too. He came back. Jalen's tough as nails, and to me, he didn't seem like he had any effect afterwards. I haven't talked to our medical people. He didn't look like it was bothering him down the stretch, and so I think he's okay. On top of that, our guys space the floor correctly. You know, when you're playing against San Antonio and you have a defensive anchor like Wemby back there, your spacing has to be right. And if that ball gets sprayed, we know Wemby's in the paint. When the ball gets sprayed, guys got to make plays. And Josh was great with his quick DHOs. Guys were great shooting the ball. Guys were great having a second drive. And those are things you got to try to do against this team, because Wemby is going to gravitate towards the ball when you drive it. And, again, I give our guys credit, especially starting with Jalen, because he made some huge plays, which drew Wemby in even more. But give our guys credit for trying to play fast down the stretch and making sure the floor was spaced when Jalen drove the basketball.
Jalen Brunson's night. You see it quarter by quarter, and saved his best for the fourth when he scored 13 on 5 of 9 shooting. And keep in mind, look at that Cleveland sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals. He scored about twice as many points in the second half as he did in the first half. Same story tonight, Shaq, as he goes for 30 on the night. He goes for 13 in the fourth quarter. He had 11 at the half, 19 in the second half. He is the closer.
And that's when you especially want him to close in the fourth quarter, 13 points, 5 for 9, like you said. Listen, not only is he a great player, he is a tough shot maker. Again, at the beginning of the series, I was worried that, Spurs had a lot of defenders they can throw at him. But this guy right here, he never settles. He reads the defense. He plays great. He's a tough shot maker, as I just said earlier. And he's a great player. And in this moment, this is what great players do. Kenny has always said this is the time where you make a name for yourself. And listen, if he wins the championship for New York, he will be one of the greatest players that ever played for Nick, and he will be the king of New York.
The one thing that, I think in San Antonio, you have to think about two things. One, on the defensive end, are we going to at times in the fourth quarter double him? Get the ball out of his hands, because his single coverage is not working. And the second thing, if Dylan Harper is able to play with that type of proficiency, will we keep him in the latter moments of the game? The last 4 minutes, 3 minutes in the game, he was not in the game. And he was probably one of the only guys who were actually playing with the proficiency to stay on the floor against the Knicks. So those are two things that you have to think about. He does bring size and quickness to their lineup. So if you're San Antonio, those are the things I think you're going to have to really adjust in game 2.
You got to feel really good if you're the Knicks. Because, number one, that Brunson kid ain't scared of nobody. He ain't scared of nobody.
Not at all.
He's like, okay, you guys, yeah, Castle's a great defender. I like Harper too, but I'm going to score on anybody. I'm going to score on anybody. He has that tremendous confidence. But like I say, I've always said the key to this series is always going to be Big Cat, because his ability to shoot the ball is so unique. I said the only way I think you can beat the Spurs is you got to get Victor away from the basket, because if you let him stand back there and play safety, it's going to be tough. I would put Brunson in the pick. I'd put Cat or whoever in the pick and roll every single time to get that big boy away from the basket. Because he is a great defender. He's the best defender in the league, but he can't do that from 30 feet from the basket.
And would you agree also, Shaq and Chuck, in the earliest series, the only team that gave the Knicks trouble so far was the Atlanta Hawks. And they did exploit the pick and roll the opposite way and said, we're going to put Brunson in the pick and roll and make him defend on him and not just have all of this energy on offense. And that was
but the Spurs guards aren't great offensively.
You don't think Fox or Harper or Castle could actually make that happen?
They probably. Castle's not good enough a shooter yet.
Listen, I understand what all the gimmicks that you're talking about, but my big man can't go 6 for 21.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't have a good game.
How about that?
Like I say,
before we start doing gimmicks. Big guy got to play a whole lot better.
He's got to play better, but the Knicks didn't play good either. Now,
I understand
the
that.
Knicks didn't play good. It's all about all matchups are all about individual matchups. Like I say, and Ernie said it, if Big Cat's playing that aggressive, this is going to be a long ass series for the Spurs because his ability to shoot the three,
or a short one,
or a short one.
All right, Chuck. A question: Big Cat playing aggressive, Big Wemby playing aggressive. Who comes out better?
Cat. Because
you sure about that?
Yeah, because Wemby's not an aggressive player. Shaq, one of your biggest problems is
he's aggressive at times. At times.
One of your biggest problems is, as much as I love you, you always put your brain in other people. Everybody's not aggressive. Like, you can't. Now, let me tell you something.
When he played aggressive last year, he had 42 points.
He did. One game.
Okay, so
he only had 21 in Game 7. He ain't like you. Now, listen. First of all, if he had your damn brain, we'd have to. We're like, no, he can't play with us. We'd have to make his. We'd like, Wemby he gonna play in their own league by himself. We're going to start a new league. Like, you think everybody has your personality? Wemby's a nice kid. Yeah, he can be aggressive at times, but he ain't that guy who gets to the gym and says, I'm going to take everybody's lunch money every day. He needs to get going and going and going. Like you,
but neither is Cat on a nightly basis, and we've had that discussion before.
Yes. That's
why we say when he's aggressive like this.
And that's why
aggression versus aggression. Who you got? You got Cat?
I got Cat because he's double loaded. He can shoot the three and go to the basket. And Ernie, that's been me and Shaq's criticism of Cat.
That's what I'm saying.
But would you admit this is a different Cat now?
No, this Cat tonight.
No,
obviously
Ernie,
was.
Ernie,
and
the whole playoffs, this has been a different Cat.
But can you say that Wembanyama, a 22-year-old, in his first NBA final, had to feel this out?
I know it had nothing to do with feel out. He don't.
I'm just saying.
He don't have. Listen, he is a great. He's a great player. But Shaq was asking me about his aggressiveness. He's not an aggressive player. You can't assume. Like, Shaq is an aggressive person. Wemby, he's, like I say, he had 42 one game, then he had 21 in a Game 7. He's just not, everybody, we can't make everybody.
But he's been averaging 30 against the Knicks. I mean, I get what you're saying, but his overall
30 ain't going to get it done.
No, I'm just saying, if I will agree that Cat is playing unbelievably.
Yes, he is.
But an aggressive Cat and aggressive Wemby wins that.
Well, we don't have to. We don't have to agree.
That's what I was waiting for, Kenny.
Yeah.
By the way, San Antonio Spurs first time this postseason. They lost a game when leading at the half, and it's the first time the Knicks won a game in the finals when they trailed at the half since 1973, which was their last championship. We'll come back with more.
Old, Ernie.
You were what?
1 year old.
Ernie, who was on the set with you back then?
Hi, Mommy. I love you. I have to think about that.
Look at these people. Look at these cockroaches. They travel all the way across the country, these cockroaches in New York.
Dang.
They like